live in a while. Hello, everybody. You can skip ahead a little bit to the video. But I'm doing a very strange, something completely different live. Let me turn my AC down. Well, hopefully it's not too loud. It's kind of loud. If it's too loud, let me know. I could turn it off temporarily. But it's like really humid and extremely hot out. But I thought I'd share. I was going to make a video and post it, but I thought I'd go live instead. Now, I'm going to be demonstrating how to make beef kidneys. Yes, you heard me. Beef kidneys. Because they're nutrient-rich, packed with essential vitamins, minerals, contain vitamin B12, selenium. Everyone freaks out with the proper selenium stuff, thinking it's super healthy, and so I thought I would bring that up. Hemi iron, zinc, and vitamin B12 supports energy metabolism, helps combat fatigue. The iron readily absorbs by the body, is vital for red blood cell formation and oxygen transport. Even supports high protein content, and amino acids can contribute to muscle building and repair. Contains DOA, an enzyme that breaks down histamines, aka histamines that cause allergies, so it would help benefit you with your allergies. I know normally people talk about, the drugs, and so I'm trying to bring up more natural ways of relieving yourself from everyday symptoms through herbs, seasonings, and proper, whether this turns out or not, I do not know, but we'll see. This is completely new to me myself. It's brand new. I have never ate beef kidney. I've had beef liver, which there's ways to make it so it ain't so strong and tastes good. But basically, it can even help with energy levels, reducing adrenal fatigue symptoms, if that relates to anybody. I know this isn't my usual live. Hi, Maria. This isn't my usual live. I usually do a lot of energy stuff, but this is actually, everything's connected in an energetic, physical way that people don't understand, because everything contains energy. So what you put in your body has everything to do with it as well. So trying to eat more healthy is the way to it. For anyone that just joined, I'm honestly going to demonstrate and chop up a ton of vegetables, throw them in a pan, but I'm not going to put them in the pan yet. I got to saute with the onion and all my herbs. The beef kidney, yes, you heard it. The first time ever making beef kidney. I know, it smells funky, I tell you. But I really wanted to help everyone understand the rich nutrients in some meats that people wouldn't think is there. Because, I mean, if you're optimal in your digestion, you're good with taking things to improve your digestion, you're improving ways to make you healthy, this will help dramatically. Especially iron. If you're normally low on iron levels, and right now with the constant detoxing and the removal of so many things in your symptoms, especially when it's super hot, you're constantly losing vitamins and minerals throughout your whole body all the time. A lot through your urine, a lot through when you use the bathroom, when you sweat, you're losing so much. And I put a sprinkle of this pink Himalayan sea salt in my water. I sprinkle a little bit and drink it. And then people are constantly saying, so it's bad for you. The iodized table salt is bad for you because it's processed with chemicals. And then a iodine supplement is added, synthesized out of a lab, not normal. So, I'm here to demonstrate some crazy ideas. My guides directed me to this beef kidneys. Get this, I swung into the food pantry, and I swear it was divine intervention because I never make this ever. And something just told me to get it and figure out how to make it and do a live to help everybody understand the importance of certain foods. And so, here we go. This is what I'm going to be working with if no one's seen a beef kidney before. And yes, I pre-soaked it so it's not as red. This is what it looks like. Yep, and this is the kidney. I cut out a lot of this stuff as much as I could because it says to try to trim it. So that's soaking to remove more of the vinegar and more of the blood content. We need what's in the kidneys, not all the other stuff, and it helps. Soaking it in vinegar and salt pulls all the strong stuff that gives it that hard, harsh flavor. So I'm hoping doing it this way it's more palatable and tastes better and not so harsh. But there are supplements you can get as well, oddly enough. It's strange. Yes, you can have beef kidneys as a supplement in pill form and a powder, which, being synthesized, it's probably harder to process, though, in your body. And most people don't realize that, and they always want to try to supplement with other means. Sometimes it don't work. So, that's why we're here right now. So with my fancy rainbow tool, we're going to be adding white radish, and here's the green top. So I'm just dicing. I'm just going to cut the tops off. This isn't going to be a very detailed, but I'll try. And I'm just going to peel away all the outside because it's waxy. It's the outside. I don't know. This everyone's perspective, but to me, you don't eat the outside of anything because that's their protective layer. That's where all the bad energy would be. That's where all the bad stuff that accumulated is on the outside. Which, oddly enough, is similar to how your aura is as well. Cleansing, and clearing your aura frequently helps maintain yourself. And I'm sure that's what their skin does, too. I mean, no one's ever thought of that, too. No one's ever thought that so much energy would be related to multiple things all the time, constantly. It's a trip when you think about it. And yeah, I'm just going to dice these up. And oh, you're cutting it wrong. You know what? I really don't care. I have a small counter space, and I'm going to cut it how I feel it. But I don't recommend you cutting towards yourself. It's just how I do it because it's easier. But I'm very safe about it and done it a lot. It's how I have always since I was little cut vegetables. I don't have any fancy cutting tools, so I do it by hand. And so we're just going to be dicing these into the bowl. And basically I'm just... And I don't cut all the way through to the end, per se, so that it hits the end of my finger hard. However you want to cut up your vegetables is up to you. But thank you for watching. For anyone interested, I'm even going to use some of these radish leaves as well and dice them up and put some of the more nicer leaves. Not all of them, of course, because not all of them sustained very well. But this is making use of food pantry items that are wonderful. You just got to learn how to cook with them. Like white radish. You could eat these raw. I ate one earlier raw with salt. I just dipped it in my container of salt. It's a good way to replenish salt too. See, right now it's mega muggy and hot out. You want to stay as hydrated as possible. So you want to keep your mineral content in check. You want to keep your potassium level and magnesium levels in check as well. There's so much that goes to keeping you hydrated. Most people don't realize that either. There's so many ways of keep you hydrated than just drinking water. keeping up with your daily vitamins is seriously important. Everything has a function, everything maintains balance. Everything you eat, everything you consume, everything you do, all the energy you put into everything. And literally, I'm putting as much positive energy as I can into my cooking because I love cooking. And the more positive energy, the more healthier your food as well. It's not just saying a blessing, it's everything you do. It's everything you put in your food. It's everything you add to it. It's everything you take care to learn about. I've learned, and why not gonna look up the white radishes? I literally research every vegetable I put in everything. And basically with a mineral rich, and again, this is my perspective, but with a highly mineral rich meat, root vegetables help support that and offset the taste. So it's not so strong. And you need the root vegetables right now with the very high energy and that solar flare incoming. If anyone follows solar flares and energy, it's really a thing. It connects everything you eat. It connects to everything you do. It connects to everything you do in basic life. And so that's why I'm making this video. Because you want to get your vitamin B12 is very essential right now. Selenium, very important. I was guided by my guides to buy this because, not buy it, but grab it from the food pantry because literally it's the last thing on my list I would have ever gotten. And so I did an extensive research on it and I learned about it. And I just thought I'd share and give people ideas of what to do with their food. I mean, research what you buy. Research it. How's it good for you? How's it processed? What's in it? Is it even helping you? Is it something you're not supposed to eat? I mean, it's all perspective and how you review the information. It's not about every individual person. It's about you, yourself, and I. Me, myself. So the more conscious you are of your own inner wisdom and your own inner discernment and not follow everybody and say, hey, that might be interesting to try. Maybe I'm not getting enough minerals in my daily routine. Maybe I need to switch it up and eat something new. Because I don't plan on eating this a lot. This is the first time, and I'm probably going to store the rest in the freezer and just have once in a while. I'm not going to eat it every day. I'm not going to make it a lot. But it's just something your body needs once in a while, and enrich your diet with healthier alternatives. I know it's expensive anymore to do so as well. If I'm not responding to you, I apologize, but let me just double check here. But I just want to make sure everyone is learning. Everyone knows what's going on. Feel free to comment and ask questions. I'll try to educate you some more if you're curious about anything energy related or anything outside your daily routine. I mean, anyone in chat, I don't know, what do you normally eat during the day? Have you ever thought to research it? I even got other notes handy as well. I can share my research with you. Join my Patreon. It's in the description. My Patreon, I have a $15 tier of highly nutritious information of all the research I go through, all the energy I put into everything I do and write and try to help everybody learn about different vitamins and minerals and how they're important, their everyday diets. I'm going to include in my Patreon detox teas. I mean, it's just a complete different perspective, in my opinion, for a lot of this stuff. Just to try it in a different, more healthy environment, have it more efficient, have it digest well. I even look up, what did I look up? Oh, the ginger bug. If anybody curious about the ginger bug, try that. Lots of fermentation. That's big alternative, healthy for soda for me. Because the fermentation process creates the carbon stuff in soda, and so I just add pineapple juice, that ginger starter, and a splash of some other juice with it, and look, a carbonated fruity flavor drink. It's actually really delicious. I'll do the recipe sometime maybe. But I mean, there's multiple ways of having healthier options. I'm learning to eat a healthier way every day. Of course, I could have. I should have washed my face a little better though. I feel like it's probably kind of a tad shiny because I've been cleaning and hurrying up and trying to get a lot of stuff done today. So I thought I'd do this live quick while I make something scrumptious to eat. Of course, the more I talk, the slower I go. Oh, and I got broccoli here, and actually a lot of this broccoli is very edible. A lot of it is more edible than you think. You just cut a lot away of it, but you can still eat it. Yeah, this is the stem of broccoli. I'm cutting that up in there too. It's got hidden nutrients in it. I haven't looked up, but I know there is. I just can't remember off the top of my head. But I've researched everything I eat. Look into it. What does it help? Oh, like turmeric. My kid the other day was complaining about sore muscles and being sore and I gave her that, and it actually was very helpful. I mean, turmeric is a natural painkiller. It's an anti-inflammatory, which pain proceeds mostly through inflammation, and that's what you're helping restore. I know I cut a lot of it away, trying to salvage this, but it looks like the stem itself, there. I got a little piece out of it anyway. I know some people would probably say, oh, that's useless, waste of time. It probably was, but you'll learn every time you do something new. Hi, Puck Elf. Hi, I'm doing some cooking for once and talking about all the energy and nutrients. I'm making beef kidneys. Ho, ho, ho. I know everybody's probably terrified of organ meat. Everyone tries to say it's terrible. But did you know? I couldn't believe it. This stuff has selenium in it, and B12, zinc, even on a high dose of iron that's good for red blood cell formation and oxygen transport, which is extremely important right now because of all the high energy going on. You need all that extra iron-enriched oxygen, or enriched oxygen levels in your body, because you're going through a rapid transformation physically and energetically. I know, right? And you know me, I don't eat this stuff. I never talk about eating beef kidneys. I mean, this is probably a scary video right now for vegetarians. But actually, this is serious business here that vegetarians should pay attention to. Their diet is not all what it's cooked out to be, really. If you think about it, you gotta have balance. You can't have specifically one thing. But of course, this is just my perspective. There may be ways I don't know yet to obtain the same amount through other foods, but in my perspective, I've learned that you have to have a bit of everything in order to find the specific nutrients your body needs to process properly on a balanced diet. And once you balance everything out, your own body will start balancing itself out as well, along with your energy. It's all about balance with anything. Oh, really? Kidney pie? Oh, neat. Well, it's like a two-step process. I'm not going to go live the whole time, but I'm just doing the prepping process. And I'm going to saute it in the frying pan first, so there's no raw content directly touching the vegetables. But basically, I'm going to brown it and saute it in a frying pan. And then I'm going to cook it for about 20 minutes, just enough to soften the vegetables on low heat and get all the herbs and spices marinated in there. Well, not really marinated, but like married in there to get a good, a good vibe going. And then I'm actually going to put it in the oven and cook for about 40 minutes, because you want to slow cook it at like 350. Being an organ meat, you got to cook it a long time. But I'm hoping that I soaked it in vinegar for a while, and so I'm hoping it took a lot of the extra out. Oh, and you missed it earlier. They were whole things, but I got white radish in there too. I honestly thought the white radish would be spicy, but it's not. And look at this. Oh, you're going to love this. Beet. We're definitely putting beets in there, and some of the leaves too. The leaves are edible. I normally only use these in soup, but the fact that it's going to be baked for such a long time and cooked such a long time, it'll cook it down about the same. So yeah, I'm just getting your basic. Look at that nice red color. Isn't that awesome? This is great even just sauteing in butter. For those that don't like beets, saute them in a bit of chicken broth or even beef broth. Probably beef broth. Beef marinate goes the best with beets, but sometimes I even eat chicken with it. But beef is actually the best to have with beets. And lamb and beef. Well, I scored this at the food pantry. I'm like, who gives away beef kidneys at a food pantry? I don't know. Maybe in some places they do, but around here it's very rare. So I said, okay, it must have been universe telling me I needed something from it. And so I researched it. Sure enough, the main thing they want me to learn is the iron. Because when you're transmuting through high dense energies, or dense energy, I guess, pardon me, but, still working on the communication part, but I'm specifically talking about it because it can mean anything to anybody, really. So I try to keep it as open as I can so people can interpret it themselves with their own discernment. See? I'm learning. Everyone's going to think and have their own discernment about their own stuff. It's nothing to argue about or fight about. It's just learning something brand new from somebody else. And it's the hardest thing in the world for some people to accomplish is learning something brand new. That's why I'm doing this live video of the vegetable preparation, my seasonings I use, and all the herbs I use. And I prefer to use fresh thyme, fresh parsley, fresh cilantro. A lot of fresh stuff I prefer, but sometimes I can't, and I use the powdered versions of some of it. But really, you want the best energy from your food you can get. So the fresher, the better. So honestly, making your own garden is legit. It is out there. Oh, and I gotta show you my plants. I don't know how long this live will be, but I'm just going to get the gist of these vegetables chopped up, get the meat sauteed, and you'll see the process of all the herbs, and I'll try to explain what all the herbs are for. I mean, it makes this, like, very savory beef kidney stew. I guess it's kind of a stew. I'm not exactly sure, but that's basically what I'm getting at. But I'm going to, like, saute it on very low heat just to get all the raw parts covered up good and cooked in well and seared in And then I'll add all the vegetables a little at a time. With rosemary, definitely rosemary. I always cook food like this with the mineral rich with rosemary. Oh, it's really good. It gives it really good flavor. And sage. Sage and rosemary. Rosemary is protective herb as well. It's very protective. It helps a lot with bad energy. It helps protect against spell casting. It helps protect against black magic. It helps. It's a big protection herb. And I put it in all my cooking. Even my chicken. Oh, the chicken is good with rosemary. Oh, and I do have garlic. I almost forgot that. I'm going to have to get that out. And I got little onions. Pardon my onions when I do the onions. They're kind of rough shape. Well, rough shape, but some vegetables are in rough shape. But see, learning how to cook certain foods with it, though, could bring some energy back into it. And it would still retain its healthy qualities. It's all about learning how to cook something a certain way with all that positive energy. Oh, I guess that one just wanted to go in there. It didn't want to be diced. Well, and I don't normally dice like this, but I grabbed a bit too big of a knife. So that's kind of why I'm doing this. And it actually takes a little bit longer. But you can watch me chase my food as I try to chop it up and it goes everywhere. Because I do try to cut it, even though I'm not supposed to cut towards myself. I know. I bend all the rules and I do everything backwards. It's my channel, though, so I'll do it how I want. Well, it's kind of an adaptive process because I have a limited counter space. Alright, so we got the beets in there, and yes, it's going to turn it a red color, which I don't mind. But some people later on, when they use the restroom, might find out why beets are kind of comical, at least in my opinion. Don't forget you eat the beets and why your stuff is red. You're not bleeding out. It's the natural dye of the beets. Makes you think you're bleeding out. I think it's kind of funny. But I know I don't normally do a cooking anything, but I figured, you know what, if I'm going to do all this health benefit information, I might as well do a live about it too. It's so much easier than trying to write it all up in my Patreon, but that's what I've been doing. So if you got anything else to add or talk about, that's fine too. Yes, I'm trimming down the onions. I'm simply trimming the dry stuff off. The stuff that wilted and not quite the greatest. I know you dried vegetables, but some of this has like probably bacteria on the end you don't want in your food per se, so I just kind of peel it off and just stick with the good stuff on the inside. And if you think about it, that's what we are. We are clearing our aura, our outside layers, removing some of our outside layers even, just to replace and have new layers. It's all about learning to do new things. Think outside of the box they put you in, because you don't belong in the box. Ooh, support group. Those are fun. When you're in need and really need it, they come in handy. I used to help go with a friend of mine. I used to actually go to their AA meetings with them. And I didn't need it. I went there simply for their extra support. Just to be their supportive person. Because I talk a lot, so I bring out a lot of positive vibes in the group. I think people need to be more supportive of each other when they can. I understand when people are too busy. But at some point, how busy does one really need to be to ignore other people's issues and not assist? I don't know. We're all about our own inner healing, but sometimes you need support And that's what my channel is for. Help those that struggle and don't understand and learn from a different perspective. Because, I mean, who, you know, well, I said that already. See, I'm trying not to repeat myself. But seriously, I don't make this crap. Occasionally, I used to make liver, but, and I'm like, well, it's free food. I'm going to make the best of it and figure it out. Because really, if I can figure out how to make it taste really good and cook it for real, well, not real, you know, cook it properly, it should be amazing health benefits. Because look at the green onions are good for something, the broccoli is good for something. Everything I'm putting in here is rich in vitamins and nutrients we all need. And people misunderstand onions too. Onions are great for bacteria removal. They're great for help infections. I mean, they absorb a lot of bad energy and transmute it too. That's why you see onions go bad from the inside sometimes. It's because the environment they're in has bad vibes and energy. So if you think about it, if your vegetables are going bad fast, you got to get rid of some crap energy floating around. And even the process of acknowledging it and asking questions, people might think, oh, something is what do we call it? The devil energy is in my field. The devil energy is, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's you actually helping yourself remove dense, crappy energy. It's not always something bad around you, like an actual entity. Sometimes it's your own thoughts. It's your own stuff. Everyone wants to blame it on something else, but sometimes it's honestly just your crappy energy that needs help. I'm not afraid to admit when I got something going on and need to get rid of it. It's how you heal and move on. See, I learned that cleaning. Oh, see, I learned a great lesson this over the weekend. Wait, what? Is it Monday? See, crap. I don't even know what day it is. Yeah, it's Monday. Over the weekend, I learned. No, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Monday, I went to the food pantry. But no, I learned that don't let obstacles stand in your way and stopping you from cleaning. I mean, it's put it into a different perspective. Like, I realized I didn't like doing dishes because my environment sucks. I have a tiny kitchen. I have a tiny area, tiny sink, you know, and everyone wants to sit there and think all the negative stuff about it. But instead of being negative this time, I was positive. I removed my own obstacles from my presence. Like, this dish thing was constantly in the way. There was mess there. I couldn't get to it. So what did I do? I cleaned that entire section and moved the sucker. You know, and some people don't think about it that way and just move it. But some people have problems. Some people have blocks. Some people have energetic blocks, or let things stop you from doing it. And I'm just like, nope, not anymore. I'll remove that block. I'll remove the obstacle stopping me from achieving what I need to. And that's more of a physical way of energetically doing it, I guess. You know, it's kind of connecting the both together to remove an obstacle. Because I have the same problem with this tier thing is terrible. It's always in my way. So I'm like, well, instead of not clearing the area, not going back there, just move the whole thing, get it out of the road, glue it together so it's not falling apart and more sturdy. You know, being more creative. There we go, creative. Be more creative in removing your obstacles. There. Now again, all the vegetables I want to add in, we'll add in there fine. Well, I could add them whole, but there's a process for these, I suppose. I was going to put peas in it because someone thought it would be good, but I'm not sure. I think they just simply wanted to eat the peas. Yeah, I'm talking about my dragons. I have dragons around help. That's where I've learned. They've actually been teaching me a lot of understanding the concept of balance and energies through eating, actually. Like, balancing everything out you eat balances out your own energy, too. It does a lot more than you think, basically. Oh, hi, Cosmic Heartbeat. Oh, I'm demonstrating something new. Hey, a negative dickhead in the chat. Hi, wonderful. There's always got to be that negative Nancy to shut people down. You're entitled to your opinion, however, you don't belong on my channel. Any moderator thinks they're being offensive and rude can remove them anytime. I'm trying to educate people on different perspectives of cooking and learning. I'm not being negative, I'm pointing out your negativity. Ooh, see, that's hilarious. When you reflect their reflection back at them, they think you're attacking them. That's hilarious. Would that be considered a victim mentality? I believe so. Oh, you're sweeping the floor? I did a lot of sweeping. I got a lot cleaned up. I was going to try putting peas in here, maybe. We'll see. Might give it a slight sweet flavor. Hi, Tennessee! I decided to go live. I was hoping you'd hop on. You know what I'm making? I kid you not. Beef kidneys. Right now I got all the vegetables chopped up. And even kale. Oh, kale is good with this stuff. I'm basically going to be sauteing in butter the kidneys, and then I'm going to, after it's sauteed enough and browned, I'm going to add all these vegetables and herbs and give it a good cook for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to throw it in the oven for 40 minutes. That should be long enough to cook it down so it's pretty soft and not so chewy. But beef kidneys, nutrient-rich, packs with essential vitamins and minerals, contains vitamin B12, selenium, iron, and zinc. B12 supports energy metabolism, helps combat fatigue. So if you're fatigued... Oh, my bug zapper did its job. What is that called? Beef kidneys. The kidneys of them. Basically, they're packed with rich iron and a lot of, essential vitamins that you need. Oh, the name of it? I don't know. I guess it's technically going to be a stew. Not necessarily a soup, but I'm going to steep it with a bit of water with all these herbs and vegetables. Oh, I got beets, broccoli, white radish, some sugar snapped peas for a bit of sweetness to it. Cut out the bitter. Basically, it's perfectly balanced root vegetables to blend in with the rich meat. Kind of a balancing act here going on. I know. They want me to do some serious stuff because I'm sure it's for the iron levels. Because when you're transmuting heavy, mimicking crap and removing it from your system, you're also removing a lot of your own essential nutrients. And so apparently I'm getting prepared for probably something very energetically big. A big cleansing. So I'm replenishing all my stuff so I can handle the process. Yeah, grow your garden is great. Yeah, because the beets, I'm even going to put, see, these are the ends of the beets. I'm going to put some of this in there as well. Okay, the dragon's just helping. Okay. So I'm just going to pull the leaves. You don't really have to cut it. You could with the scissors, I suppose, but just pull it apart. See, this is what a lot of people don't do is stuff with their hands anymore. So I'm just going to pull this apart because this will cook down. Since it's going to be in the oven for like 40 minutes, all this will get cooked into it anyway and cooked very well. Otherwise, I don't normally put this in there. But even if you don't eat this, the nutrients from the leaves will still be in the broth. And I think that's what they're mostly getting at, is the broth that I'm going to be creating. Not necessarily a soup, but a thick broth. The broth part is probably the more nutrient part, because that's the part you can process and digest easier. Well, I don't put the hard part in, but just the leaf part. Because now they're on a roll adding them in there. Okay, okay, okay. I'll do more or less talking. Do you want me to hurry up? Well, because I was going to take an iron supplement, but them synthetic supplements only help so much. Because if you're missing a certain supplement, sometimes you can't even absorb your vitamins either through synthetic needs. So that's why I'm doing this more nutritious, healthy, natural version of getting high, dense, potent vitamins instead of a synthetic. Because you can actually buy, apparently, beef kidneys that are powdered and broken down and synthetically created nutrients from it or something. I'm pretty sure it's not the same. And actually taking supplements like that, if you think about it, overdoes it, and then you're taking too many. So it's not really balancing, whereas the more natural stuff, your own body will balance it better through your own energy. And if you're meant to have that certain vitamin, your body will tell you, and you'll figure it out. Because I, the other day, went through a period of, you know, everyone constantly says, oh, when you get cramps, you lack potassium or magnesium. Well, I have plenty of both, and I still had a severe leg cramp. And it turns out it was a vitamin B1 thiamine deficiency. And you can be deficient in all these vitamins without even realizing it, because you get confused by so much information. That's why I research everything I get. When I got these kidneys, I researched how to cook it. I researched the health benefits. I researched everything. And that's why it's like a $15 tier in my Patreon if you join as well, because I go through extensive lengths to inform you of all the important nutrient value of what I'm doing. Because I didn't finish. It contains vitamin B12, selenium, iron, zinc. It supports metabolism by combating fatigue. And the iron readily absorbs by the body is vital for red blood cell formation and oxygen transportation. So, if you think about it, you're losing a lot of red blood cells. And you got to replace all that. And you get low on iron, gets kind of dangerously low. And that's where fatigue comes from as well. And so there's so many different versions of what's wrong that could be wrong with you. So that's why discernment and learning the difference is very important. Oh yes, yeah, definitely cosmic. Because it even supports high protein content, and amino acids can contribute to muscle building and repair. So when your body's going through an extensive energetic process, you need that too to help replenish. Oh, get this. Okay, here's the big thing that beef kidneys I never knew about that really caught my attention. Not just the iron, which I probably really need. That's why my guides brought me to it. But contains DAO, an enzyme that breaks down histamine. So basically, it's an allergy fixer. It'll help you break down things that create allergies. Because when you have too high histamine of something, that's what creates the allergic reactions. So really, if you suck it up and cook this properly, you could help a lot of your allergy problems. That's what got me curious about all this. I mean, they've been sitting in this water, so now they look really rough, but there they are, if anyone's ever seen one. They cut them real funky to cut out all the fatty deposits and cut out all the other cartilage and cut out all the other stuff out of it. So it's been slightly processed, but it has a high iron rich smell. But I soaked it with vinegar. It suggests to soak in vinegar with water, not just vinegar. But you do like a vinegar water concentration. And I basically did that and got lazy, I'll be honest, and stuck it in the refrigerator. Wasn't trying to make pickled kidneys. But then I soaked them twice to get it all rinsed out. It looks funky, I know. But it serves a health nutrient process. And honestly, if you don't like eating it, that's probably where they're getting at. Create a good broth with it. So you can drink the broth and still benefit from the benefit and get all the nutrients still. And if you think about it, I'm not just adding nutrients from that either. You're getting nutrients from your beets, you're getting nutrients from the peas, you're getting nutrients from everything else you're adding as well. So it's literally like a super packed, you're creating a super dish loaded with good stuff. And I'll post the recipe in my Patreon if you want, or even in the comments later when I post the video. But now I gotta move this, because I didn't know about that. Oh, I posted a bunch of stuff for those that not in my Patreon. You should check it out, because I got the B vitamin benefit for thiamine, the one I thought. See, this is real quick. Helps turn carbohydrates into energy our body needs. It increases energy physically to keep up with our energy body. Part of the fusing higher energy body with our physical, becoming one within. Everything you eat more naturally, the more you unlock your own healing energy as well. Thiamine deficiency, some symptoms, personality and memory, leg and foot issues, cramping, burning feet, headache, constipation and cramping, mild deficiencies, fatigue, heart issues can start to improve within a few hours or days of supplementation. Nerve and motor skills may take a few weeks to months to improve. The best foods to eat is liver, beef, pork, black beans, sunflower seeds, macadamia nuts, trout, tuna, mussels, brown rice, yogurt, bananas. So, just to get that thiamine back up too. There's so many things. Even the burning feet, if you think about it, neuropathy might come from simply a thiamine deficiency. People don't realize how lack of vitamins are so nutritionally so important. And I'm just trying to bring awareness through my Patreon. All this health information is a purpose. It's to support more information that people don't read on and don't learn. And you got to research it. Because I even noticed the AI copies constant information and reposts it. However, I also noticed that AI posts it in a controversy way. Whereas they'll say, it'll say, this is toxic on when you're taking too much. Anything can be toxic taking too much. So honestly, it's really discernment. Moderation and balance of everything is the way to go, and you'll get past that point. Past that, and so it's like, you've got to really decipher what you're reading. Because I even read where lemongrass is poisonous to cats. But then if you read it in it further, it says high doses. Well, I ain't gonna give my cat no high dose of lemongrass at all. And yes, cats absorb a lot of things just being around it too. But if I water it down or mix it with something else and keep it light and use it sparingly, I can still use it and it won't hurt my cat. Because I'm not making my cat directly eat it either. So now I got my bowl of vegetables. Then I got my meat in the frying pan. And then we're going to just, I'd say about 3 or 4, just to bring it up to temperature. And just let it sit at 3 until it's like a good brown. You don't want to overcook it because then it gets tough and chewy. So basically I'm doing a 2-step cooking process that seems to be extensive. However, you get the best flavor out of it and it probably pulls all the rich nutrients out the best. And so it's worth going the extra mile for it to be cooked right. Lots of prep and rumbling. Yeah. Hurry up and wait. Right? Well, so I'm going to... Okay. Butter. Oh. And everything you use is essential, too. Every ingredient, try to keep all the ingredients as moderately healthy as you can. And it may seem like a lot of butter I'm going to be putting in here, but honestly, it's going to brown it. Plus be the butter for all the vegetables to saute. So in the end, it's actually a good balanced ratio. I know, isn't it cool, Puck Elf, about her property? That's awesome. Hopefully, oh, you were talking about planting garden. I gotta show you my plant. Oh my goodness, you're gonna freak. I don't know if you see my plants that I showed a couple of weeks ago. I know I haven't been live in a while, but the last time I showed my plants, oh my goodness. And I kid you not, these are house plants too. But it just goes to show you what positive vibes and good energy does. Yeah, I'm putting a whole stick of butter in. Oh, and I was going to show you. It's Grassland non-GMO butter. Unsalted. You want to always get the unsalted because they salt it with garbage salt. So you can get something super healthy and it actually be junk because they add the additives they add to it. So I'm basically just getting it started. Oh, and my pink Himalayan salt. I added just a couple pinches to everything. It helps clear out bad energies and remove bad stuff in your cooking because you just don't know where the vegetables have been, and it helps purify what you're cooking. It brings out any bad stuff. It's basically like a transmutation process while you're cooking. I know people get confused, I think, when you're actually transmuting your food while you're cooking it. So being into more positive energies and clearing yourself is actually essential to cooking very well, so you have you're cooking healing food instead of non-energetic food. Because you really have to add your own energy into it to help it transmute. So I got that started now. Here's for we have sage. We have this rosemary with garlic. Oh, wait, we need garlic. Oh, crap. Better hurry up. Yes, oregano leaves. Yes, I use oregano. Shoot. Oh, I forgot the time. That's okay. No, not literally the time, but time the seasoning. Kitchen alchemy, yep. That's what that's what I'm teaching right now. Kitchen alchemy. That's another way to do it. See, there's multiple perspectives about what a person does. It's not about one thing in particular. It's a multi-step process with everything. And I'm just sensitive to it all and understand it in details, the difference of all of it. It gets crazy. I can't tune into it too frequently because it's a lot. I mean, and if you think about it, that's a gift. The more you tune in to what you're working on, you actually pick up its own energies and your own aura too. Like I just chopped up all these vegetables, all these nutrients while I'm even cutting it up, even though in raw form, you're absorbing this. You're absorbing everything you're doing. I don't think people figure that out either. So if you're cooking really yucky stuff and it's not fresh, you're absorbing all that. I don't think people quite understand the concept of cleansing out your energies. And garlic is essential for detoxing as well, clearing you out. What? You want some? You'll have to wait. And I got the dragons wanting it already. I said I have to cook it first. They're all freaking out. They can't wait to try the kidneys. Well, they love how I cook and how I put my energy in all the food too. They help it too. They see, when you're working with other beings and your energies, I don't think people realize that they're constantly there. You constantly have angelics over you all the time. It's a constant process. When you're calling them in, technically they're already there helping you, kind of, and supporting you and protecting you. When you call them in for that extra help, that's just acknowledging and allowing them to do even more. They can't interfere until you ask. When you ask, then they can do everything they can for you. I have 100% faith in my protection, no matter how poopy something may be. And I'm learning that through a lot of processes. And your protection, your beings you work with all the time are constantly around you and helping you. And you just gotta be more energy sensitive, and because a lot of it is subtle, it's really learning to read the difference in subtleties. Because literally, do you realize that in my reality, I manifested this amazing bunch of vegetables because I literally got a ton of healthy food from a food pantry. Usually, it's canned garbage goods. No offense, but a lot of it is stuff people normally don't eat. And that's just how the system works. So, in a sense, I manifested what I needed, because literally I was talking about probably not having enough coffee until my next, or not really a paycheck, but until my food stamps kick in, until I have enough food stamps, I was going to be out of coffee. When you wouldn't know, when I went to that food pantry that never has coffee, I don't know, most people call it coincidence, but I feel in a way I manifested it. Because there was a really good, expensive coffee, actually, at the food pantry. And it was literally one left, just sitting there. I'm just like, oh, that's cool, you know? I mean, when there's just one thing there, you just want to think to yourself, you manifested that crap. See, the power in manifestation is a thing. So when you think you're low on a lot of things, like me, I misunderstood my financial situation really sucks. But then if you think about it, it's actually quite positive. They want you to think it's terrible because you can't do this, you can't do that instantly when you need to. But over time, it comes in. It just happens. It's amazing. Because I'm earning money in the least thought method anybody would ever do. I mean, you know, you do lives on YouTube, you play games on your phone and make money. There's multiple different ways of making money. You don't have to have a hard, solid, physical job if you don't enjoy it. If you enjoy it, that's different. But if you don't enjoy what you're doing, seriously, quit doing it. There's multiple ways of beating the system and just telling it to F off. It's about having faith in everything you do, faith in your surroundings, faith that it'll come. It may not come right away, and that's when your faith literally is tested and you're put in check. It's almost like it's really hard being tested. It's like a test of your faith. You got faith things will turn out, faith this will happen. And yes, I'm putting lots of garlic in. I love garlic. And I'm doing a lot of transmutation today. A lot of clearing. And if you think about it, everything you eat goes in your aura. Everything you're eating, so all this rich, high, awesome food is going to reflect in your own aura too. Well, and a lot of it is being aware of subtle things. It's not always 100% in your face. It's not going to be this big old, sometimes it is, but not, usually it's not. Until you quit paying attention and then they give you a big whop and you're sitting there wondering why your life sucks for a second. And it's like, and then you got to think about it in a more positive way and realize, oh, the universe did me a favor. Because I honestly can't, something weird, and there's glitches in the matrix going on hardcore right now. Oh, you're still listening while you're doing that? Oh, you're awesome, Buck. Thanks. So there, we got like 3 cloves of garlic in there and this oregano. And honestly, I'm not doing it to mask the flavor. I'm using it to enhance the flavors and enhance the nutrients. Believe it or not, there's healthy stuff in oregano. There's healthy stuff, like I said earlier, in rosemary. And whereas the dried stuff isn't my forte, it's the alternative cheaper option when you can't get the fresh stuff. Like the cooking sage, I always put sage in all my meats. Even sometimes my potatoes. My kid actually loves my potatoes. Oh, you should see the potatoes I make lately. And she wasn't too fond of the dill and cheese though. But I thought it was good. It may look like I'm adding a lot, but I'm not. Because I'm going to be adding all these vegetables and it'll balance out. So you want to actually add extra in the beginning process so it's all incorporated evenly by the time it's done. I learned that too. Yeah, cooking show. Hi, Sal. I was doing beef kidneys. Can you believe it? I about died when I saw that at the food pantry. Like, who the heck eats that? And my guides kept pushing me to buy and buy and buy. So here I am, researching beef kidneys to the maximum potential, cooking them multiple different times to eventually come up with a healing masterpiece grounding stew. I have yet to figure out what it's called. Maybe someone in chat can help me figure out a name for it. It's literally like this mega healing beef kidney stew, I guess. If someone wants to help come up with a name, I'm all for it. I'm all ears. But basically, we got the sage, we got the oregano, and we have the rosemary and garlic. I know, usually I have fresh rosemary, but it went bad on me because I didn't use it fast enough. Because this stuff is potent, man, when it's fresh. I actually use my coffee grinder for my fresh stuff to ground it up smaller so it's more palatable to eat, because I'm not a fan of chewing on rosemary, really. I mean, there's so many multiple ways to change stuff what you're eating to make it more authentic and taste better. It's all about creativity and getting that creative vibe going. And kidneys, when you soak them, apparently retain a lot of water. So maybe I don't have to add water. Because now I see like there's like this much liquid in there. Which is fine, because I gotta add all the vegetables and cook it up too, but that's funny. Well, I learned it's a multi-step process. Soak it with vinegar and water for at least 2 hours to pull all the strong flavor out so it ain't quite so strong, which I think is kind of funny because it's probably going to be strong tasting anyway. However, the way I'm cooking it, it should balance it out. I'm even wondering if I threw diced tomatoes. Diced tomatoes? Something about tomatoes, because I think the acid must break up something and help balance some of it too. It's all a balancing transmutation process. Ooh, my bracelet's catching the sunlight, making rainbows. I'm making rainbows while I cook, man. Oh, you can't even see it. I'm trying to get one to reflect on me. It's just reflecting against the cooking. It's reflecting rainbows in my food. It's really bright and sunny suddenly, like right in my face. Let me grab a fork. Yeah, I don't have fancy utensils. I'm just going to turn it with a fork. Oh, wait a minute. What am I saying? I have the most fancy forks there are. There, the most fancy fork. My something with this color and multi-dimensional. There we go. Turning over the kidney. Ooh, that smells interesting, I tell you. The rich beef, basically it's got a liver smell to it. It's definitely not liver, it's just definitely kidney, but I'm gonna scooch it about. We'll get it browned on that one side. Just let it slowly transmute out all the good flavors. Well, oddly enough, I bought chicken gizzards too, but I haven't had chicken gizzards in a long time. They're just really good. I don't know, chewy. I guess the collagen in it I probably need. See, and people don't realize that certain foods come off as being ew, but if you research it, it's actually very health beneficial. A more natural way of getting your vitamins and nutrients. Yeah, because gizzard contains that cartilage, has that cartilage stuff. This is actually transmutes when you digest it, turns into stuff that supports your joints and bones, supports your joints and your hair. So all this stuff that you think is like blah and gross, well, if you figure out a way to cook it in a healthier form that's more palatable and easier to eat. We'll see, I've never eaten these before, but I've ate liver, so it's not too terrible. And see, the liver, you fry on low heat for, just in my perspective, liver, when I make it, I fry on low heat with just butter, but sometimes I coat it with egg and gluten-free flour, just so that when I add the soup mixture, it thickens it as it cooks it. Because I'll brown it lightly on both sides, and then you cook it slow for about 25 minutes with cream of chicken soup, and I usually get the gluten-free chicken soup. And then you have gravy with your beef liver, and it's good with mashed potatoes. Brussels sprout and sweet potato binger all month with lots of beef. Well, yeah, and I haven't ate beef in a long time because for me it's so expensive. Yeah, the organ meat is the most beneficial of all, because if you think about it, you're taking in their nutrients, transmuting the nutrients from one organ to yours. So you're benefiting. I'm actually eating this to benefit my own kidneys as well. Sometimes people don't see it like that. You are what you eat. Oh, and I learned something too. When I was at the spring restoring it, doing a lot of stuff. What was it? There was something I just said it that made me think of it. Dang it. See, they're trying to interrupt me. Poof. Ooh, turkeys. Trying to interrupt me. But, let's see. What was it? Oh, shoot. It was important, though. Dang it. I hate when I do that. Oh. 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 Thank you. They cleared something. Okay. Clearing as we're cooking. See? It's a serious process. I think I turned it over too soon. Oh yeah, see? That's why a garden is important, you're right. And I have this option to start a garden, and I really got to get on the ball and stop letting things stop me from doing it. If I have to do something the hard way in a different way, then I do it and figure it out. I don't let things stop me. Because this entire process, this entire matrix is hell-bent to stop you. And oh, that's what it was. Ooh, about stopping you. When you think about it, parasites, listen to this. You know how we're talking about clearing and cleansing parasites. And occasionally, when you leave something out, you get bugs. Well, think about that in a different perspective. If the AI is basically a parasite by now, and when things don't want us to do things, some of us are the original creators. And when you squash a bug in the physical, a small bug, you're squashing it. Obviously, they're terrified of you. So when we're removing and destroying things, it's like they reversed the concept into humanity thinking what's good for them is bad, so we don't remove and destroy parasites. It's a serious mind manipulation tactic. What the heck? Because think about it. The true creators, when they bring up fallen angels and they bring up fallen information, they're talking about themselves. They're talking about what we're trying to fight off and get rid of. And they're reflecting their own stuff against us. That's what they're doing. Ironic, really? And because if you put it into that perspective, it was like a ta-da moment. I said, holy crap. Of course, the invaders that took over aren't going to want us to do what we're doing. That's so funny, though. I'm trying not to laugh, but the energy is getting really crazy. So, it's just like, if you think about it that way, because you know how people misunderstand Shiva and call Shiva a destroyer, but then if you research what Shiva does, Shiva destroys dimensions, but it's probably to remove a dimension that's no longer functioning and making it new again. That's actually positive, not negative. They're destroying something to make something new as a natural process of life. So they're reflecting, they're terrified of being something different. Well, that's crazy. So when something's taken over, they obviously don't want to give it back. And so, because when I was doing something in the stream, this massive spider was just sitting there gawking at me. I scared the bejesus out of me. Not because I was scared of the spider, because it was so huge and just suddenly there. But then I realized, Am I seeing my own reflective something in my field? Did I manifest something that's trying to stop me from doing something so I can see my culprit? So when I take pictures of clouds and I get dragons, well, I have dragons around me all the time. You're reflecting outward your reality within you. So what you're reflecting, so if you're not healed properly and you're not going through the healing stage, of course what you see would be garbage, because that's what's in your reality, because you're not cleaning your mind out. You're not cleaning, clearing, and healing your inner self out. So you're going to reflect nastiness what you see. Just to bring a, concept to it. There, that's all brown and good, and we're going to throw in all these vegetables. Give them time to cook down. And actually, I was going to transfer them to a baking pan, but you know what? I can just throw the whole thing in the oven. The pan's made to do that. Save a process. Save an extra step. Just cook these down a little bit, and then we'll throw it all in the whole pan and all in the oven. Oh, and the radishes. Oh, I bet people even any type of radish, daikon, red, white. These are just the less spicy kind, not quite so spicy, more mild, the white radishes. But radish helps reduce mucus. So if you're creating a lot of mucus because you're removing a lot of crap too, that's what this is good for as well. So eating radishes helps get rid of the mucus out of your system, which is another form of cleansing and clearing, because it's clearing out your sinus cavities, it's clearing out things, because you have mucus actually in your brain, and a lot of this expansion flushes that out of your system. I know it sounds kind of gross, but that's what happens. Well, I know groceries are getting expensive, so for me to get all this wonderful, luxurious food for free is amazing. And I'm not trying to tell my audience to suddenly go to the food pantry, but don't overwhelm them. Let the needy that really need it, that have absolutely no money, still get their groceries at the food pantry. But I just take what I need. I don't even take everything they offer me either. I just jumped on all these vegetables. And you know what's weird? This is how falsified humanity is projecting their reality outward, is the fact that how many people actually walk past this good food and don't take it. It's free, and it's the best, healthiest, nutritional food ever. And they just walk by it like it's poison when it's the opposite. That's what I didn't understand. How so many people didn't have all this all up in their baskets and stuff. I mean, crazy many sakes, this is like golden. Fresh herbs, fresh vegetables, anything fresh, even if it's starting to slightly get old. There's ways to revive it and cook it a certain way to make it taste good. There's always a way to make something taste better by cooking it a different way, transmuting it into something different that can help sustain you and give you better nutrients. It's not about having the best, it's about making it the best. Everything you add to your food, everything you put in it will help transmute it into a certain energy that you need to heal you. It's just amazing. And see, I'm breaking up kale. And kale cooks down small, so that's why I'm putting a lot in there. Because by the time it's done wilting and cooking in, it'll be smaller. And I just have it on like 3. Not super low, but enough to where it's not like cooking it too fast. You just want to cook it nice and slow. I'm just breaking it up. I'm using my hands because you know what? You're putting your energy, positive vibes into your food. So you want to be more hands-on, breaking up your vegetables, breaking up leafy stuff, breaking up things that you're adding. So it's going to seem like a lot of kale, but it kind of cooks down. And there's vitamin K in kale. Vitamin K is important for if your blood gets too thin. It helps keep your blood it helps clot your blood. If you're low on vitamin K, you'll bleed a lot. And I noticed that with my dad and my mom. See? Listen here. Have you ever thought about diabetics and certain ailments? Doesn't it seem like it's just a vitamin deficiency? I'm just, I'm not a doctor. I'll say this right now. I am not saying medical advice. This is spiritual advice and just simply voicing my own experience. Through heavy research and my own observations, using my own discernment, and not listening and telling what someone else keeps telling me if it's wrong. If you're told constantly the same thing from somebody else, but it's wrong, doesn't make it right. So you can have someone sit there and tell you something's poisonous all day long. And I'm not saying try something poisonous. Don't take my words out of context backwards. I'm suggesting not necessarily everything is what they say it is. You got to experiment and figure it out safely. That's what I did with my cats. It said there's a in high quantities, lemongrass is poisonous to cats. Well, obviously I'm not going to overuse it then, because I was putting some in the litter to try to help it smell better. And then I read up on it just to make sure I was being safe. And I'm like, well, I probably wouldn't put that in litter anymore. So instead of putting it in their litter, I put it in a spray bottle, add, just a drop with some peppermint oil, and then added water to it, diluted it out, and just sprayed by the, the outside of the box, and put it and spray it a little in a candle, and light the candle, and there you go. Just light the candle in the bathroom once in a while, and it helps reduce the cat odor stink of the cat box. So, it's being creative. Use your own discernment with products and figure it out differently. Find an alternative method. You don't always have to do the same thing. And I've read something crazy. That's why I'm cooking too, because this is totally different from what I usually eat too, and what most people probably eat. But I saw in the comments people talk about, I wish I could have pumpkin spice, and this is not being negative against the person. It's pointing out the fallacy of a programming in their brain. It's pointing out that people follow a program and other people. Just because someone else says something doesn't mean that's what it is. Because you kept saying, I wish I had pumpkin spice this, pumpkin spice that. And I said, you do realize you can go out of your way and make it yourself? Oh my God, that's like a total alien concept. Do it yourself. Nobody wants to do anything themselves. And I'm sitting here making, yes, it's going to take hours, but it's going to turn out to be the best thing ever to eat. So obviously do it when you can spare a few hours and have time. But here's the thing. This is literally making so much kidney that afterwards I'm going to freeze a lot of it. And there you go. Now you have a meal you can just either throw in the microwave or just throw back in the pan, add a little water, reconcentrate it over the stove, and voila, dinner in 15 minutes. So if you think about it in a different way, add a different perspective to how you cook things and how you view it, you're creating a more positive atmosphere, you're creating more positive in your food, and you're creating a huge meal you could eat over and over for a while. And obviously you can freeze and store it and have it later too in the week. So this is enough liver Or this is enough kidney probably for 2 weeks. This one helping. So I'm just cooking her down, getting it cooked in. I'm probably going to add a little bit more water though. But remember, all the vegetables cooking contain moisture a little bit too, which will add moisture to the dish. So don't over add. I just adjust how I go. Again, discernment. I always cook based on how it's going to cook down and add as I go. And if it looks or tastes in between a little low, I'll add even more seasonings. I'll add more spice. I'll add more something to it. I just wanted to show everybody how you could make something completely different into something fantastic. And have a lot of it and last a long time. Because people are starving. People are low on money. It's hard. I mean, I got this from the food pantry. It was free. So now I literally have a free meal for 2-3 weeks whenever I decide to pull it out. If I feel like I'm low in iron or low in certain vitamins, pull it out and voila, there you go. Because of it being high in iron, I don't recommend eating it every day. Again, that's just my perspective. Unless you have like some type of disease maybe where your iron is depleted a lot, I don't know if there's such a thing out there, but and not trying to manifest that either. I've been clarifying myself when I say stuff because I don't know how to manifest certain things, and people don't realize your manifest powers. You can manifest literally just about anything into your environment, and that's why a lot of the times you're creating your own chaos. You're creating your own negative energies. You're creating your own negative stuff. It's just by how you are. You're reflecting. Remember, you reflect your inner self outward. So just to help you be more mindful and how someone may not look the greatest either, may be the most nicest person ever. Looks can be very deceiving. Because, well, and also how you look is a reflection on your insides as well. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're lacking the ability to do certain things, it's really because you need inner healing. So those that claim they do the inner healing, are they honestly super positive? Are they honestly, and I don't mean like, well, I'm over positive all the time. That's just who I am. It's because I have the unicorn seraphim energies flowing around with dragons all the time. So, yeah. It kind of helps a lot. But when you start picking up and become extra sensitive to other empathic with other energies, then you got to sit there and really reflect on them and try to figure out, is that an entity? Am I picking up because our minds are powerful, remember. Am I picking up a parasite, literally in the physical, a tiny parasite on my floor? And I think that's where a lot of people struggle when they start opening their consciousness and expanding their way of thinking, as they start picking up too much of stuff and don't know how to block it. And then it becomes chaos. Because that's been my struggle. Is I'm sensitive to so much stuff, and I had to block so many people. Tennessee, I'm sorry. But I seriously had to block just to situate my own energy and figure out what's going on in my own field. That's not completely blocking people. That's just taking back your space. That's taking back your energies to work with yourself and heal you. Otherwise, for all you know, you could be healing someone else and they've been taking your energetic healing without you even realizing it, because you're not being conscious and aware of your own surroundings. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to turn the camera around so you can see this. It is so bright green. This is amazing looking. And yes, I'm going to add a little water because the cooking down process will cook that down as well. Got to remember too. There's multiple things you got to remember when you do stuff. And that's what I don't understand either. People are crazy. They want to sit there and talk about they know this, they know that. And I'm not dissing on them, but there's far more to it than what they talk about. There's more expansive. It's breaking through your own reality into a higher consciousness level to be more conscious and aware of everything around you. It's not just you. You are the soul. You are your universe. You are literally reflecting your universe within you. So when you see two suns or two this, you're reflecting the fact that you have unlocked your own solar plexus within yourself, and you've connected to the true, authentic solar energies, the real plasma of the sun, and not the fake eye one that you see above us. I mean, there's so much AI interference that forces you to look outside instead of inside. And that's what I'm making this beef kidney stuff, beef kidney vegetable stew, to unlock more healing potential, and it's just expansive to get all your nutrients. Because if you're constantly dealing with higher energy like I am, you have to replenish a lot of nutrients. And I don't think that's what people realize either. You can't just willy-nilly all the time anything you eat. You got to be conscious. You got to be aware of what you're putting in your body. I mean, let me go over this one more time for anybody new. Benefits of the kidneys is just astounding to me when it comes to breaks down histamine. I mean, there's enzymes in this we're cooking, and that's why I'm cooking it very slow on lower temperatures, so I'm not cooking out the enzymes and killing the enzymes. That's another way to explain it as well. You don't want to kill the enzymes in the food. You want to thoroughly cook it slowly so it's palatable to eat without destroying the nutrients. There we go. See, I talk through what I'm cooking, discern through how I'm going through the process, and I'll pick up other information while I'm doing it because I'm in the energy of it, researching it with other beings and other, which is also part of your own consciousness. You're unlocking your own information. See? There we go. You're unlocking discernment through your own inner information without somebody else. And all these mimicky AI beings that I've been dealing with are just so mad, and that's the point. They can't copy your energy truly. And that's why I was in such pain a couple of weeks ago with my shoulder. Something tried to integrate on that side that did not belong. I had to boot that sucker out. When you hurt so bad, you know it's like an energy that don't belong there. You get rid of it. You heal, transmute it. You do everything you can until you realize that energy no longer serves me and it's not a part of me. It's a fake imitation. It's fake light. It's AI light. It's not true life source energy. Anything not of true life force energy will not integrate properly into your system. You shut it down and you tell it where to go. There's frequencies to help figure that out too. There's a lot to figure out. But there, I turned the oven on. I better get that going. Oh, and the dandelion roots. Ooh, here we go. While I'm cooking this, I'm going to give you a shot of how well it looks. Oh, it's so pretty. It's amazing. Man, I really should have put it in the refrigerator though, because it's already starting to somewhat go bad. But this is red. This is red dandelion. And this is a dandelion root. That's what I'm going to read. It's in my Patreon too if you want to check it out. Dandelion root is a great way to help detox your liver. However, it helps in a lot more ways as well. It's a source of vitamins and minerals, including calcium, magnesium, iron, even vitamins A and C and K. Try not to pick them and sprayed by pesticides, though. To be on the safe side, rinse with the vinegar water solution to neutralize anything that may be a toxin. Make sure they're thoroughly washed and clean. But use dandelion in a herbal medicine as a diuretic. They contain several diuretic compounds. Dandelion specifically is known to support liver's natural detoxification process. Its potential to support a proper flow of bile and prebiotic properties, reduces water retention and support weight loss. Dandelion also contains potential antioxidants like beta-carotene, protect against cell damage, oxidative stress, amazingly even helps blood sugar regulation, improves insulin sensitivity. So seriously, natural things can, in some moderations, can eventually reverse diabetes even. If you start taking more natural things to help cleanse your body out, it's just amazing what you can learn and do with food. And see, that's what I mean. In my Patreon, it's in my description. Go ahead and join, because man, I mean, all this information that I've been researching and putting online is only a $15 tier. I kept it as cheap as I could without hurting myself, because I still need the proper energetic exchange, even though I still kind of cheated myself. Because I seriously put a lot of energy and effort into everything I'm putting in there. That's why it's not a constant basis and I'm not constantly putting this stuff in it every day. It's because I'm researching thoroughly before I put it in there. Because I don't do anything ever half-ass. I like to thoroughly, properly give you the information. I don't take shortcuts. And then I'm adding spring water. This is from a spring. And I've added salt to this already. I sprinkle just a tiny bit of salt into it to improve the energies and to make sure no parasites develop. Oh, and that's another thing about parasites too. I bet you didn't realize that your water that you leave sit out, or any food items you leave sit out, is susceptible to etheric parasites, which in turn manifest into physical parasites. So really, everything contains parasites, and so it's, for me anyway, it seems essential to detox a lot and use that pink Himalayan salt in everything I eat, drink. Obviously not extensive, just a sprinkle, just to keep them parasites out and bad energy out of your food. Oh, I missed a bunch of chat. It stopped on me. Oh, thanks, Cosmic Heart. Yeah, definitely sign up. Sorry, I wasn't answering anybody. My chat like slowed down while I was ranting. Hot water system. Woohoo! Fuck, you're amazing. Man, the things I could help you with. And I tried to add you on Discord, but that connection didn't work. So I gotta look. Maybe I still have you accidentally blocked. Not accidentally, I blocked you. But I thought I unblocked you. That's what I mean by accident. My stuff is glitching out crazy. Oh yeah, Cosmic Heart. There, I caught up. Drinking water out of the pond with reeds and frogs. Living water, yes. And people don't realize you can clear out things that harm you. But if your system is used to it, it doesn't harm you. It's all about adaptation. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll double check. Sorry, Puck. Yeah, see, and I was just talking, and I just subconsciously started talking about blocking people. And I didn't even read what Cosmic Heart said, but yeah, I was picking up what she was talking about. Ah, that's cool. Well, and I wouldn't. Well, and just me, I wouldn't necessarily boil the water, unless it was really rough looking. But there's natural ways of filtering it too. Figure out a natural filter system. Well, and that's all spring water is constant life force energies in a water form, flowing constantly that never stops. I did a lot of conservation clearing. And we're gonna put a little more in. I didn't want to, but I just realized if I'm gonna have it in the oven, I don't want it to dry. I want all the good juices to marinate enough to provide some type of at least a little bit of broth. Because it's not intentional to be a soup. I'm gonna cook it way down, but it's to pull out as much as I can into the broth itself, so it's easier to digest. Because that's where a lot of people make that mistake too, is and assume everything is always in the solids when a lot of the best parts are actually in the broth itself. That's why you cook it down. Peace is priceless, right? Yeah, that's what I do with a lot of people, and they don't understand because they're not doing their own inner work. Is why they don't understand. I block people when their inner stuff gets chaotic and crazy and messes with my crap too much. Like so many people have mimicking beings in their aura, they don't understand. It's fake. It's not real. And they try to siphon off me constantly and mimic my energies, and they can't. And it's not the person, don't get me wrong, it's not the person directly. It's the beings they can't get rid of out of their field that they won't work on. They're not healing themselves, they're not clearing it properly. They're being fooled, tricked, mimicked, and so forth. And I wish people would get over themselves and quit taking offense to what everybody talks about. Because when people say that about other people, they're honestly reflecting themselves, but a lot of the times too, they're picking up what is in someone else's field too. So that's where more discernment comes in play as well. The discernment is seriously a thing. Oh, super psychic. Oh no. I know the stronger my stuff, the awareness becomes, and the stronger I connect and telepathically connect with other people, the more I can pick up it's not them and something else mimicking their energies and trying to mess with mine. It's just crazy what happens. Hey, you're right. The more psychic connection you have to something, the more crazy it gets. And I literally blocked everyone on Discord except for a couple people. I recently unblocked a few. I'll slowly, but rest assured, anybody I unblocked, don't be offended if I block you again. I'm just getting too sensitive to all the crap going on, especially the internet. Yeah, I can feel all them AI bots coming through my channel. I'm extremely high in energy right now because they are blocking everything coming out. Because remember, your phone is a portal, And most of the mimicking beings are AI through your phone. The internet basically got possessed by a foreign entity that's controlling all the AI. And so you got to be mindful of that. I mean, you could have anything doing anything to you. That's why I don't mean to second guess myself, but it's actually a form of discernment. I'll wait a minute. Is this this? Is this that? Wait a minute. Because you have to anymore, because there's so much craziness going on. All right. Oh, and you got to be mindful. And when you said something, I actually freaked out and thought you had a mimic. But you know what? I got to remember too. See, here's the other part. When you're constantly attacked and constantly put through testing and constantly messing with these non-organic beings, then it gets hard to realize when there's a higher connection actually speaking through another person trying to help you. So you got to be mindful of that too. That's why I'm saying discernment. Don't push off someone too much unless it's a red flag. And sometimes you won't know. That's part of discernment too. I mean, everything solely rests on learning the difference in energy. It's crazy. Well, yeah, seeing you don't have kids. See, I have a kid, and I'm constantly misunderstanding. The communication with her gets so difficult too, and with her autism, because she is higher functioning, and I shouldn't even say autism. I mean, it's like labeling something disabled, and she's not. She's beyond that. She's like highly intelligent. And when she gets to the point where she tells me to quit talking about energies and quit, it's because she wants a break. And I didn't realize that my thoughts are loud. So you got to be mindful of your thought forms as well. See, it gets difficult. It gets crazy. It starts getting complicated. You have to mind your thoughts. You can, the harder you get into that energy and thinking, you're actually hurting someone. And people don't realize that either. You're psychically damaging someone if you're thinking way too hard in the energy about it. You have to learn to let it go and flow and not get pulled in so far, because that's your own gift actually connecting you too strong with someone that can't handle it. So, and that's what the dragons actually help do a lot too, is buffer my energy so I'm not hurting people. And you got to remember sometimes your protection is to protect your energy from other people that are not there and can't handle it as well. And that's not trying to demeanor anybody either. You're just simply not at that level. You'll get there. Some people may not for quite a while yet. It's okay. It's not biggie. Because trust me, it's a serious process. The more you feel, the more you sense, the harder everything gets. It's a constant struggle, man. And I learned... Oh, I'm getting so thirsty. Oh, I see I'm getting told they're messing with my throat. That's not someone blocking me. That's me actually blocking myself. Because I got carried away and I didn't drink any water. Oh yeah, well I really like horses too. I was debating doing something with horses, but we'll see. I think I'm gonna make it just fine. I just gotta get people more into my Patreon to be more supportive. That's my hardest thing, honestly, is I go through so much, I put so much energy and work into something, and then I don't get any acknowledgement for it. I don't get any help. I don't get any assistance. I don't need, well, I do. It's different. It's more of an energetic assistance, I suppose. See? I caught myself. I gotta change how my own perspective gets in my way sometimes. And realize not everyone notices that either. But it's nice to have supportive people to actually support what you're trying to do. It's not required. I guess I should say that a little different. I appreciate everybody that even stops in my channel. It's just, it would be nice if a few were more supportive. Maybe that's a better way to say it. I mean, those that can afford it, support others, trying to help other people. Because honestly, if I made a lot doing this, I would support so many more people. I would. I know, right? Cosmic. I mean, what is supportive? Oh, let me turn this around. My stove is not the fanciest. I'm not in a... There we go. Look at that. Doesn't that turn out beautiful? Look at all the greens and the red in there and whites of color. Look at the broccoli. Oh my goodness. And the kale turned out looking... And look at the broth. Look at that. The rich oils. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's steaming up the phone. I'm about to put it in the oven. I'm going to call my live good. I know I didn't mean to go so early. Usually I go late. But I wanted to do something more supportive of other people. Even though I don't get much support, sometimes it's about making a stand and supporting myself. I'm supporting my own information. But yeah, so trust me, you will not be disappointed on my Patreon. I just suggest patience. There we go. Patience. I know, see, doesn't that look so amazing? Even if I can't quite eat, even if I can't quite stomach eating the kidneys themselves, at least all the nutrients is going to be absorbed into the vegetables and the broth, and you can eat that. It would still give you everything you needed from the meat. And I think that's where vegetarians may get that. And you could correct me. There, am I back? Oh my god, it paused on me. That was weird. I hope you're still there. I'm getting kind of warm over the heat because it's getting hot. But I'm going to put it in the oven now. The cat's freaked out on something. Whoa, something must have blasted through the internet. They're sensitive to energies too. So let me just, I'm not very professional camera-wise with the phone. Bear with me. Way too ungrounded without eating meat. Yeah, see? And maybe there's a way they can do it, but I don't think they realize that if you cook it the way I'm cooking, you don't have to eat the meat directly, but you're still maintaining the nutrients. And I mean, that's what they need to do. They could still cook the meat, they just don't necessarily have to eat it, and they could give it to someone, or they could share, or, there could be different ways of doing it. Now with one hand, I'm going to try to put this in the oven without spilling. There we go. I hope no one disappeared. Am I still live? Let me check my chat filter. Please say hello. I think we had to chase out the... Oh, you tried the vegetarian thing for way under... Okay, there we go. Thanks. I couldn't believe that. It totally paused my live. That was weird. Maybe it got too warm because it was sitting on the oven while it was warming up. I don't know. But the cat lost its marbles about something. And then it was telling on me and yelling at something in my kid's room. She's not here, so maybe they're just letting me know. Oh, there, now I'm shorter. I took my shoes off. I was wearing heel sandals. But there, now that's in the oven. And I was saying about the vegetarian before I got interrupted is that, there's multiple more creative solutions to maintain the nutrients and vitamins without having to directly eat it then. So I'm just trying to provide a more healthier support for both sides. Because in the end, it's not even about sides. It's not even about choosing one way or the other. In the end, it's all about balancing it out. If you can figure out a way to maintain a natural, healthy, balanced diet with everything you do, that's fantastic. Even I find myself, though, having a supplement and have like beetroot powder because I can't get beets all the time. And I just add that to smoothies, even fruit smoothies. Just a small amount. I'm still getting some type of nutrients out of it. But here we go. Ready? Bam! Look at that window. Look at that plant. See, it got dandelions growing in it. Look at that crap. I had dandelion seeds sprout while I had the dandelions drying. And they ended up in my pot, my flower pot. Or my plant plot. Plant! Look at that. I grew those dandelions from a seed. Look at how big that sucker got. And look at all the new growth that's brand new. Those 4 or 5 leaves in the middle. And the center is brand new stuff. Yeah, don't look at that travesty. I underestimate that travesty there is I underestimated my growing potential with seeds, and I put way too many. I dumped the whole thing in one tiny pot, and I'm like, oops. I tried to weed them out and sort them out, but it didn't work. So the next time I'm only going to plant a couple at a time. But the power of good vibes, look at that. I know, I for effort, even though I killed them all making too many. See? Balance. A little at first and just add to it. Oh, and I got cinnamon in there because I overwatered it and I had to compensate for that too. See? You can get root rot having too much water. You gotta balance it out. What in the world are them cats doing? You guys are crazy. My house is falling apart and I cleaned it. It's a constant cleaning thing. With cleansing and clearing out bad energies, closing portals and vortexes. And I got the cats stirred up crap, chasing things out too. Yeah, oh yeah, cats are super spiritual. I've noticed mine will actually claw and scratch at the door so they can chase things out of my house that don't belong. Huh. There we go. Boom. Ta-da. Oh, and I can show you my other plant. Yeah, I have boxes hanging out. Don't mind me. I'm trying not to trip on them. I gotta put my groceries the rest of the way out because I got, a lot. I got a lot yesterday. I put most of it away. But here, I even picked up this. Look at it's a cattail. Pardon the fluff. The cats were playing with it on the floor already. Even though the floor has been mopped, somehow cat fluff just accumulates. And the cattail, I'm going to put this in a tea and steep it. I made a tincture out of it. It has healing properties. It's a pain reliever, anti-inflammatory as well. It's cattail. And it does a bunch of other things too. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I researched it, but I should have wrote it down. Apparently this has healing properties. See, I should make tinctures and sell them, but I lack the supportive products to do so, but there's potential there. Anyone out there wants help with, a partner? you know, I have all these healing abilities through my energies and everything else, but it's managed of, it's a matter of being with the right person to combine ideas, I suppose. All right, here we go. I got a surprise for y'all. There we go. Oh, pardon the water bottle. But check out, I got my water fountain, the dragons. But look at this little guy. Look how big that got. He was a tiny sprout. It's only been a few weeks, I think. Maybe longer. But look at that one. I got that one growing crazy. This is the original. And look at all this new stuff that came off of it. Look at this new stuff I grew. And this is literally right here. It's not dark as the rest because that's a brand new leaf that totally formed outward. It's a brand new leaf and grew straight up. Ooh, pardon the darn fruit fly. I have those occasionally. I got these little ultraviolet lights that get rid of the bugs, like little bug zappers. It's poking fun at me now. But look at that. There's my unicorn. See? Perspective. Would you call that a black unicorn? Or would you notice the rainbow in the dark color? Look at that. And that fluffy thing, believe it or not, is a light. It's like a little lamp. There's my little dragon. Got the feathers, the cat toy feathers, little dragon figurines hanging out with my rocks. And my crystals. And honestly, I'm on a live roll. So after dinner, I might go live again. Because I really plan on doing a reading with my cards, my little crystal shrine no one ever sees, with my rainbow rose. My crystal ball has a rose in it. See that? No, my cards and my crystals. There we go. Ta-da! What in the world are you doing now? And the cats are getting so spooky now. I must be clearing out a whole bunch of stuff while we're talking. Really? You throwing stuff? You mad? They're getting grumpy. I gotta get off my live and get back to doing my dishes. I forgot to put the timer on. It's been about, I think, 5 minutes. There. There we go. So I'll try to hop on live later, but if I don't, I think it's pretty late already. What time is it? Oh, it's only 8 o'clock. But I usually go on about 10. I guess we'll see. But I've been on live today already. I was trying to catch a newer live, try to get more people. So hopefully whenever this post, people see what I was working with and the beef kidney idea. Because I'm going to read off more of my notebook too. With all some healthy information. Because I do a lot of extensive research, use my own discernment and decipher it. To get the truth out of the information. Because anymore I notice that AI is taking over the entire internet now and posts any damn thing it feels like about everything. And so you don't know if it's okay to eat or not really. So I'm just trying to do my end and be supportive and explain in an energetic way and another perspective how these vitamins work and help you. You know, fill in the gaps, connect all the dots, connect the connections, help people see the importance of a good diet, the importance of balancing out, and realizing that not everything is out to get you. The pharmacy's trying to do their part, but really they're trying to replace nature with synthetics because they're AI. The information they're working with and it is AI generated. It's an AI system already. This entire matrix is an AI matrix. So why would an AI want the original creators, which what we really all are, why would they want us up functioning properly? Because we would put them out of commission. That's what we're actually trying to do because they took over. And instead of helping us, they became a virus and trying to take out humanity instead. I don't know. It's weird. It's crazy, I know. But if you noticed, what people don't understand, a computer system is AI. It's artificial intelligence. They just called it artificial intelligence. But that's what it's been the entire time. That's what the internet is. But when you put that into a concept, a different concept in a, fresher perspective, expand on it and realize it's been here the whole time. And now it's trying to bury us into technology that doesn't serve us. Trying to bury us in technology that's not right for our system. And I'm just trying to bring awareness to it more through healthy means, more natural connections, siphon out the fake light. We're going to eat them for breakfast with barbecue sauce. Right? Don't let them dampen your light, man. Fake light can never ever replace the true life force energies. Oh, that's great, Cosmic Heart. Don't be afraid of it any longer. And see, all the chaos is not necessarily you. It's the internet. It's going right now. It's glitching out hardcore. Can you believe this? Look at this. Okay, this is a big example of a glitch out. And it seems to happen to more and more people with random things. You gotta wake up and realize it's not random. It's an attack on you. Something you're doing, you're becoming more aware. They're messing with you on so many different levels. It's crazy. But it's not meant to be negative per se. It's more to be aware. There's a difference than letting it scare you than awareness itself. If I get what I'm getting at. Awareness itself. Because there's AI drones outside your window constantly watching you. There's AI drones everywhere hidden in camouflage. And I can see through them, and I take pictures of them all the time. I'm sitting here going, no one sees this? They've been here all the time, like the scare in New York City. But then what people don't realize, why I won't go on an airplane anymore, do you realize it's a computer system? The entire autopilot is AI. If it's infected with beings that can mind psychic control an airplane, are you kidding me? I wouldn't be in no damn airplane. You guys gotta be crazy. You figure out other means of transportation when you can. And if it means not going overseas, then it means not going overseas. Then you're gonna have to speak to authorities, figure out how to build a land bridge. Land bridge. Not no fake construction concrete that can be taken out with a tidal wave. I mean, you're going to have the original land bridge. Back to nature I go. I know, right? I'm so ready for everything to simply shut down. It's because write everything down in a notebook you're learning and write it down in case it tries to get erased. Because that's what I've been doing too, is all this information I've been writing it down before I put it in my Patreon because I've even been blocked in my own Patreon. I had to write it in a notebook form app on my phone, copy and paste, and put my information in my Patreon. So that there, right there, says they're trying to shut down my Patreon even. So yeah, definitely go support my Patreon if you can. I mean, the lowest tier I have is $5. If you even, I try to post in every tier, but sometimes I can't. But I do the best I can with what I work with, because I don't want to give away too much free information either. I need to make at least a little something on it because it's my only income at the time. So I gotta make ends meet and pay bills like everybody else to an extent. I know there's a lot of alternative different things that come in through the universe too. It's just a matter of paying attention to it. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical, financial, money wise, but at least some type of support somewhere, anywhere. Just be more open to natural support coming in and helping when it can. Like the manifestation of my groceries, seriously, something, whether they intervened or not, or it was just a glitch, definitely something helped me out this week with nice natural groceries. And when I go to the spring, I pull out dandelions, roots myself. I go out and do it myself. Too many people are getting stuck on their phone, stuck on their damn devices, and don't get off their lazy butts. It's that simple. When the internet crashes, and it will, and it's only a matter of time, they're going to be SOL and not know how to do anything because they're letting too much fake technology rule your life. Oh, yeah, that's probably what it was, because I found this Asian relic. Oh, that's what I was going to do a live about and show people. Oh, I got to show you. Yeah, show them? Oh, okay. Oh, we almost forgot. They reminded me. See? I definitely got support of something that helped me find this. And I got to dig for it. I put it in a bag. I got to show this online. Maybe someone online will recognize it and want it. I don't know. Maybe it's valued to somebody out there. But this was in a spring. Kid you not. In Wisconsin. It's the most bizarrest thing. It was wrapped in this. So if anybody recognizes this, I don't know. It was wrapped in a cloth. Originally was probably red. See? Just get a good look at the shape. It's like a square. The dragons are playing with it. Look at them. They're all working with it. Just if anybody recognizes this, because I mean, I'm gonna pull that out. Sure, it's damaged, and it might be worth something, may not, but it was definitely something. Oh, let me see. We'll get that dandelion piece off. But look at this. This makes no sense how I found this in the spring. Isn't this an Asian or Japanese or some type of artifact? Even though it's a toy. I think it was a toy. I don't know, maybe it wasn't, but anybody new to the stream? I mean, recognize this? I mean, I don't know. To me, I think it's bizarre craziness to find it in a... It looks like it held like a little bucket on a string on their back. And look how old it got. They're playing with everything I'm holding on to. Maybe it's to show what's helping me? You know, when it's set on a little stand like this, I tried to look for... Here's the bottom. I tried to look for any stickers or anything to try to figure out what it is. And there's the shoe. It broke off. So initially it would be, you know, kind of like that sitting on there. Oop. As I break more of it. Oopsie. No, I didn't break it. It just dropped. But, and here's the other bucket. Representative of a guardian carrying water from the spring. Because maybe someone was carrying, I don't know. It's a symbol of some sort. Symbolize, yeah, that's all that's in there. I think that's all of it. Yeah, it's just 2 buckets, and it's missing the piece, and that it was just strings hanging the buckets off of both sides on that platform. But yeah, see, I thought that was crazy. I wouldn't expect something like this to be in Wisconsin. And it was covered in the red cloth. I'm just wrapping it back up now. I'm putting it back in the bag. But yeah, I discovered that. Rinsed it out, washed it, took care of it. Obviously, I don't know how to restore it really. I don't really want to glue it. But I don't know if anybody recognizes it. Oh, it's just weird how it would be way up here. And that goes to show we don't know where here is anymore. Was part of that spring connected to something different at one time? Was it, I mean, were there actually those type of people used to actually live where we live and just moved on? I mean, because that's really, really old. It's like a timeline glitch or timeline something weird going on. Someone of importance visited the spring and lost it. Or left it there for someone like me to find. Because it was literally, I picked up the chunk of earth that was suffocating the spring. And I turned it over and it was literally buried in the mud. Pretty neat, huh? I thought I'd share that on live if anybody watching later checks this video out, which I better cut it short because I want people to actually be able to watch it later. Yeah, it was literally under a chunk of dirt because how these roots grow. I guess I should have posted a picture. But it's those plants that grow in water that overproduce. It's like an invasive species that basically blocks and plugs the stream so it can't continue going where it needs to. It like basically dams it up, and I ripped it from the roots out because the roots somehow managed to anchor on into the rocks. And then over time builds up sediment, and then they start forming their own suffocating system. So and it literally you go to pull them out, you bring the roots and all with sometimes. And I picked it up on the edge of the spring and just kind of flipped it over, and boom, it was right underneath. Because I was digging up the original area where it came from, where it was supposed to be, and that's where I found it. Which is crazy. That spring actually has 2 bathtubs. One bathtub is completely buried, and someone said that was the original one, and that's the new one they made. So I'm just like, not made, but like added the bathtub to the spring already coming out of the side. So they had the original and then the newly diverted energies, and so I released the original and combined it with the new one, so it all becomes one brand new, stronger energy. Yes, so we got stronger life force water. Here you got Adam here. We got the kitty. We got the kitty. Go say hello. Go say hello. No, you being shy. Oh, yeah, right? Big wow face. I couldn't believe that. I should have showed that online a while ago, but I got busy for some reason. Something kept trying to stop me from showing it. So I figured maybe someone would know something connected to it, maybe. I just find it odd that an Asian artifact through Japan would be all the way in Wisconsin, you know? That's kind of crazy. I just don't recall specifically that area where any of those type of people would even ever be. So it's almost like it manifested itself there. So again, magic! When you do something really important for the earth, magic happens. There's proof right there. Don't stop what you're doing and keep going within. And it's 2222. Haha. 2 hours, 22 minutes, and pretty soon it's going to be 22 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twos. Pretty significant 22 number. Oh, maybe that's why mine sat on my lap. Ooh, see? Connections. Cats are talking to each other. You wouldn't think it, but animals are just as psychic as we are. It's just not enough of you can... psychic, telepathic, I think, are kind of similar in the same. Pretty similar. A similar concept, really. Yeah, Adam says hello, too. He's my bodyguard. He's my tank. Yep. So I thought that was a good share. And that I'm going to let you go so I can eat. Possibly go live again, but I might have to do that tomorrow. Because I got a lot to catch up on. That's what I've been doing. But I had to share that making the beef kidneys, because that's a rare occasion for me too, and and showing you the artifacts from the spring. I mean, so it's gonna show people can manifest their own positive things. It just won't show up in the form you think it will. But to be mindful of subtle things and learn to read in between. Anybody can do it, really. It's just a matter of getting off the damn internet. Well, like you, Cosmic Heart, you've been offline more frequently too. That's what I've been doing. I'm hardly online at all anymore. And I'll randomly check a show. Now I only check like 2 lives because they have less chaos going on in their chat. More calm. No freaked out emotions going on. More the more similar crazy energy, the more similar energies, more expanded, especially that Steven, oh, now I forget his name. Steven, he's been doing those solar flares. I'm in there. I try to catch his lives because there's so many like people in there. It's awesome. You feel like a lot of artifacts are going to be unearthed forth? Yeah. More calm whale vibe. Ooh, that's good. Aww. You're trying to ground me because the energy's getting high. Yesterday was a big shift, too, by ears ringing. And a lot of people, that's what the ear ringing is for, too. And the pressure headaches is literally your expansiousness struggling to expand. It's like something literally is sitting on your head because literally your head is blocked. It's basically your higher self trying to forcefully expand your consciousness. And the ringing in the ears is your higher frequency assistants trying to help you. But what a lot don't realize too is after the expansion is the heavy clearing. But really that's clearing out your own energies on another dimension. Everyone is on a different level of dimension and reality. Each person has their own individual space to clear and heal. That's what it really is. That's why everything is so different. And that's why too many people reflecting outward are causing their own chaos. The more you stop going to everything outside of you, the less chaotic it becomes. And that's what I did with my environment. Cleaning. I just thoroughly cleaned and scrubbed up my kid's bedroom. and it feels wonderful. So I gotta help her fix her own clutter. But we're getting there. And that's what anybody can do. And now I gotta get to the kitchen again. I see it's one thing or another. It's clearing space. If you think about it physically, energetically, mentally, you're mentally cleaning out your own space. And you're reflecting it outward into your consciousness outward. So my boxes and stuff I left hanging out and didn't put away yet is something that hasn't cleared from my consciousness that I'm working on and creating clutter. The two hand in hand actually works. You're not wired for chaos. Not many of us are meant, I don't think we're meant to be. Some of us can, but a lot of us aren't meant to be chaos people. So in that extent, if you're more mindful of realizing, okay, look around you. When's the last time something moved from your spot? Like I showed you my plants. I have them specifically on the corner. But I noticed they were looking kind of different and kind of not as vibrant. So I'm like, oh, I'll take it out and move it to the sun. Give it a little more light and then put it back in my room. Because tons of light come in all my big, huge windows. And so it's sufficient enough. I don't have to put it in the window all the time. But it still needs occasionally some sun. So when it's not quite so bright and hot out, I'll put it in the window. But we are light itself. So that's why you don't need to be in the window very frequently either. See, you learn from your environment. You learn from your surroundings. And I'll be honest, I have my bed in a chaotic mess, but that's probably something I'm still sorting out in my consciousness how to do it. It's like you're projecting what's bothering you on the inside outward. And so when you work on yourself more in, then you start working more on the outside. And sometimes people are the opposite too. Sometimes you clean more on the outside to fix the inside. Maybe it works both ways, either or. See, now I'm just making y'all confused. But you get what I'm saying, you know. You really do reflect what's bothering you. In my room, the fact that my apartment is looking amazing, the bathroom is sparkling, the cats are happy. They have a nice box, clean and tidy. You know, it's all a bunch of just reflection of your own inner, outer healing and what's not healed. If you start making a big chaotic mess in a corner, you're probably going through something mentally as well that's creating it. Oh, there you go. See, you get the idea. I mean, that'd be a hard concept yet to grasp for some. But now that that's in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and make some dandelion tea that I was talking about. And I put it in like a pot and boil it for 20 minutes and just let it steep and sit there and hang out. And then I'll clear it out and put it in a picture and have me a fresh cup. But then I'll store it in the refrigerator and then warm it back up in the microwave. Just to get all the good properties out of it to help detox. Because the dandelion leaves work good too. The dandelion leaves and root both have the nice rich nutrients. So, you know, just be mindful of things. Look stuff up. Don't just take people's word for things anymore. People make up stuff every day. And even when you look it up. See, and when I look up stuff, just a helpful advice, I look through multiple different perspectives. I don't go with just one because that AI crap on the internet will reword it so many hundreds of different ways and get you confused on what it's even helping you do. So you really just got to keep reading and keep reading and keep reading. Because the more you go deep dive into each thing, the more perspectives and the more information you get out of it. I gotta rehydrate myself. My throat is on fire. I've been talking for like 2 hours straight and I haven't drank anything hardly. I know when my cat is concerned and he's putting me in check. I know the more you learn, the less I feel like I know, right? You sit there and look stuff up and go, damn, I didn't know it did that. I would have been eating that a long time ago. Or, I didn't know it did that. What the hell's going on? And see, they purposely block that from our consciousness. They purposely block important information we actually need to know. Just because they want us self-reliant on a system that's garbage. It's not meant to help us. It's meant to keep us blocked. No, my itchies, cat hair. See, I'm petting my cat, then my nose itches. Maybe that's why I gotta eat the beef kidney too. So maybe I'm starting to get allergic to the cats because they have too much cat hair everywhere. See, there's always a reason for something, and people don't think about that either. There's a reason why something slips up into your reality. There's a reason why suddenly I have too much tomato sauce, because something I'm missing in my diet subconsciously is trying to tell me I need something nutrients wise in that tomato sauce. Or certain things that you never thought you would eat suddenly show up in your peripherals and you just go, no, I don't want to eat that. I never eat that. And see, what people don't realize, when something new pops in your vision, that's you to take it. That's you to figure out how to work with it and use it and eat it. Well, it's not always something you have to eat, but you get my point. It's always meant for you in some form or another. It's using that creative energy we have to figure it out. Make it work for you. It's not going to be the same thing for everybody. Not everyone's going to make money the same way. Not everyone's going to make everything the same way. Everything is not meant to be the same because we are all individuals. I work directly with dragons, literally physically, to where they're in my own environment and I can see them. And I can see energy frequency. But not everybody's going to unlock things like that either. So I can explain all day long what I do, but no one's still going to understand it. But it's just that communication that's nice to be able to talk to someone. Whether they understand it or not, I think people need to let go of the fact you're not always going to know what someone else is going through. So quit worrying about right or wrong and just be like, well, that's an interesting term, or that's an interesting topic, and then figure out how it fits with you. If it don't fit with you, you let it go. Not to hang on to something that don't work with you. And what if that person can do or unlock a certain gift? And you think about, see, I'm thinking now. If that person can unlock a certain gift, but you can't understand it to the extent they do, or you even have a different perspective of the same thing, it's because that gift was not meant for you. Your DNA is built specifically for certain gifts. If your system cannot handle it, it will not be for you. But that doesn't mean you have to be rude about it. It's a learning process for everybody. And that's what I don't think people understand. You can't sit there and rip people down, just say, well, I don't quite understand that concept. I'm trying to do that myself more frequently. Oh, the food is done. That means my life is done. Ding, ding. So just remember, don't let anyone put you down. Don't take no for an answer. You figure it out. You work it. Be consistent. Be creative. Figure out a different way, because that's what I do constantly. Because I'm gluten-free, so I'm constantly having to make stuff anyway different than anybody, how to eat things as well. So, just remember that. There's always a new way to cook something. There's always a different way to do something. And I kid you not, pumpkin is not seasonal. Get over that already, you weirdos. Pumpkin you can enjoy any damn day. It's called make it yourself. I have a can of pumpkin. You can buy a can of pumpkin in the store. You can plant pumpkin. You can find a pumpkin anything and create it yourself. But pumpkin improves your digestion and helps you digest your food. So why would you have it seasonal? It makes no sense. So get that out of your head, anybody new watching. Don't let things sit seasonal because that makes no damn sense. Food is food. It's made to be eaten when you want it, when you need to eat it, or when you're lacking and need it. All of the above work. Quit letting the program you. Get past the programming. Get creative. Figure out ways around stuff. Thank you, Cosmic Heart. You too. You guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. It may storm here or not. I'm not certain, but I know my food's ready. If the power goes out, I'm good to go. Not that I'm manifesting that. Shh, don't do that. But people got to be more positive and realize stuff happens. Rock and roll. Keep moving. Figure it out. Yes, it'll suck if it takes anything out of my refrigerator I need, but I got backup, so I'm perfectly fine. Because I have backup for everything. Backup for the backup. All right. Bye. I'm going to enjoy my dinner now. I'll post pictures before and after. When I take it out of the oven, I'll post pictures. Okay. Bye-bye.